Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Raft today. I have been actually very much looking forward to today's episode because I have put some work in since you have last seen the Raft. Getting ahead of myself here because I'm so excited. I have really redone some things. I've actually 100% really completed the outer wall here and have actually laid the groundwork for our potential castle keep, which all starts with the engine room. Now, as we left off last time, we had kind of set ourselves adrift, headed toward Tangaroa, and I actually made it to Tangaroa, but I still wanted to keep working on some stuff. And basically, I set off and looked for a couple more large islands and wanted to find a llama. And it took me a couple, but I was successful. We have a new critter on board the good old Raft here. And so you guys know the drill. I need a new name because we have a new crew member here aboard the castle Raft. So we've got a llama, and that's going to be very, very helpful here. I want to make sure nobody escapes as I try to leave. I'm going to try to go actually grab some shears in a moment and shear the llama. But I think that we also ought to go ahead and pull away from the island here and start heading on back toward Tangaroa. Now that is going to require engine power, and the good news, I don't actually remember if we discovered this on the episode last time or not, but the 6 engines is sufficient still to power the Raft. That was very good news. So if I weigh the anchor and power up and throw this in reverse. There we go. That blue dot right there should be Tangaroa. So let's get redirected here real quick, and then we can get to a few more things on the Raft. I think just about there ought to do it. And then let's flip that. Start going forward. Perfect. So, as you can see, like, we move, even though we're going basically directly against the wind, we're still, we're moving at a decent clip. So that is all good news. I did some hefty storage rearranging. So this is all gonna look extremely different to you guys. So it's actually gonna take me a bit to get used to now where all of my supplies are. Because I am now once again out of practice. But we were running up against some storage issues as of last time. So this will, at least for a little while, should hold us over. Oops, I didn't mean to throw that out. I was just trying to move that in my inventory. Oh! I actually did already shear the llama. Well, let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, I didn't pick it up. Let's pick that up. We're gonna research it. And then tools. Tools, I think, are over here somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna grab our shears and we're gonna go collect more. But let's go ahead and research this. I wanted to wait and do that at least with you guys. And we can learn all of these different types of armor, as well as a backpack. And I am hoping that we just might be able to make one of these before exploring Tangaroa. A backpack would be really great But we will see if that's going to be possible, because it is going to take some time for us to collect enough wool, and I'm kind of skeptical that that will be reasonable by the time that we get there. But goodness, the cluckers are at least really popping out eggs in good time, at least. Excuse me, there you go. Well, at least try to do my best at keeping as much grass in here as I can, because that will at least help the process. So let's see, what else did I get done? I think in a lot of these areas, I did go ahead and switch the ceilings in here to be supported by a horizontal beam instead of a vertical one. Here in the kitchen, it still looks like we have kind of a vertical beam, because that's how the steering wheel works. That's not our long-term placement for the steering wheel. That's just what we needed to have for now. But eventually that will move. Let's see, what else did I get up to? We now have a trash can where we can get rid of anything that can't be recycled, but we still just want to dispose of. And then what else? Oh, I did a lot of fishing for... That's what I meant to do before we pulled off the island. For our fancy fish that we can go trade at the trading post. I meant to have us go turn that in before we left that other large island, but I guess that was not meant to be. Oh, and I think you can just kind of see there in the outline, we are already approaching our destination. Now, I'm not actually sure if we are going to have enough fuel to quite make it there easily. We're at least going to be cutting it close. But we do have some technology to make that a little bit easier. And we can throw this biofuel in our engines to help us out. What am I looking for here? Fuel pipes. So we're going to need some fuel pipes and a fuel tank just to make this process a little bit nicer. Is that all the scrap we have right now? I know I used a lot, but my goodness. So if I grab this scrap, I think that might be all that we can make right now is 8. And then what do we need for a fuel tank? Also takes scrap. Well, we'll see what we can do to hook up the engines after maybe a quick sleep. But we can link all of these guys up and make it so that we only have to put fuel in one area. So we've at least connected those, and then we'll just have to decide where we want in here to put the actual biofuel receptacles. So let's get... That's actually as much as we can hook up right now. So we're gonna need more scrap. We are actually pulling up, though, right here to the place, and we're gonna need to make sure that we get to the proper entrance. And we luckily have some arrows guiding the way. So as long as my engines don't die on me, we will be alright. Oh, did I leave that on by accident? Oh well. So here we go. This is our first official look at Tangaroa. Great floating city. Which, you know, is kind of a similar idea to what we're doing with our big old floating castle. Just get this steered all along the side, and then I think I will still have us do a couple more mods on our raft before journeying inside. I am guessing that this might have to be a 2-episode exploration, but we'll see how it goes. This place is pretty large. Alright, well, it does look like we are approaching our entrance. Just right over here. With that, we can probably go ahead and drop the anchor. So let's go ahead, let's try to shear the llama and then grab... Haha, I can just do it through the window. Let's grab any materials that we have collected along the way. Do a little bit of repair work as well. It seems the shark is never full. I guess the last piece of work that I did do that I have not shown you all is I did try to prepare a decent amount of food. I did quite a bit of just standard fishing as well as our kind of fancy fishing. Should be in good shape as far as some food to bring with us on our expedition here into Tangaroa. Let's see. Drop some stuff off, and then we can grab those drumsticks that I left behind. Let's see, I could probably make some more rope to keep filling this up a bit. And plastic. Little bit of scrap, that's not nearly as much as I had hoped for. That goes to the kitchen. Feathers are somewhere around here. And then rocks. Still planks. And then I think wool is, yeah, goes with the leather. And eggs also go to the kitchen. I'll go grab those drumsticks. And then we'll get all the food stuff put away. Grab one more seagull here too. Oh, I missed. Can even just get those cooking. Let's see. My next storage project is gonna have to be the kitchen because, as you can clearly see here, I am out of storage space. At least how I like to organize things. So, I might end up with another little storage wall there. But yeah, I've got a few kind of cooked meals. Even got a little smoothie juice shot there. And there's even another cooked meal in the cooking pot at the moment, so. Let's see, Mama, are you ready yet? Not quite. Oh, you guys are out of grass already. Getting a sprinkler in here is going to be an important task. Okay, so is there anything else we can really do to help this stuff along? I want to try to leave, I think, the sides of the engines exposed, so I think somewhere either right along here or right along this wall is where we might have the fuel tanks. And the other thing that we can make, and I think that we might just be out of enough scrap to make any of this happen. I've got a little bit overexcited on my nail creation. Let me just make absolutely sure I'm not hiding some anywhere here, but I don't think that's the case. I might keep my biofuel right there for the moment. Yeah, I think that I am out of luck. But this is at least giving you guys kind of a brief look at my organizational system at the moment. Alright, so ideally we would make that, I've already lost track of it all. We would make a couple of fuel tanks, but we're short on the scrap. And then the other thing I would like to make with that is this battery charger. This way, our, one of these, yeah, we have a bunch of these dead batteries. This battery's dead, and our battery up there powering our navigation system is dead. We can actually just charge those up and make something a little bit more useful with them. But again, that's going to take some scrap that we don't have right now. Do I have titanium? Yeah, so I do actually have the titanium to make 2 of these chargers. So that's good news, at least. And I've got the copper for some circuit boards. I've got the plastic I need. So really, we just need a lot of scrap at the moment. So ultimately, I don't think there really is much that we can do here at the Raft. So maybe we do just head right on in to Tangaroa. Let's go ahead then and gear up for that expedition. Let's see. Tools. I think we can leave this... Oh, that's not a tool, that's a weapon. We don't need a hammer. And I don't... Oh, darn you, shark. I don't think we'll need the axe. I don't think we're gonna get lucky and be able to make ourselves a backpack this quickly. So I'm just gonna not worry about carrying the shears any longer. And I think for the early run of Tangaroa, that's all that we need. Weapon-wise, I'm going to swap out the spear for basically a fresh machete, a fresh bow, and we're just going to bring 1 stack of arrows here just to keep the inventory relatively free. Maybe it's a bold decision, but I don't think I'm going to bring any healing stuff. And then for any other equipment, I think we will want a headlight but let's make a new one. Because that one is just about shot. Ooh, did I leave myself enough scrap for it? I did, just barely. And rope. So, there we go. We'll put that on when we're ready to head in. And if I remember correctly, it's going to be helpful to have some flippers. Again, I have done this, I think I mentioned it last time. This is the last of the kind of story quest islands that I have explored prior to the 1.0 release. So I at least kind of know how this one's gonna go. But after this, it's all gonna be new territory. Let's see. Those I'll go ahead and equip. We can't put a helmet on if we have the headlight on, and we don't have enough wool for the other things, and we can't do greaves with flippers anyway. The only thing we could do, I think, is body armor. And we would need 2 more wool for that, and we would need 4 more wool for a backpack. So yeah, none of that is gonna work. So that is all well and good. Yeah, I think just those 2 things, and is there really no other tool that we need? I don't think so. I think that we will just leave a pretty empty inventory for loot. Let's go ahead and we can sleep. And then we will grab our food and go exploring. While I'm here, just to quiet those engines, we'll turn them off. Okay. Let's see. I'll go ahead and take a little bite of that. And you know what? We're just going to finish that off. I'm going to need a clay bowl to scoop this out. I got a new recipe, I think, since you guys saw the cook pot barbecue. And I think we're going to give that a little munch here, and that'll overfill us. And I'm going to drink a good amount of that water. And then take a little juice shot. And do we have any more made? No, we do not. That is just fine. And let's see, what kind of food do we want to bring with? I don't want to go overkill. Honestly, let's just bring a ton of mangoes. Because they do a decent job of filling both food and water. I'll bring a ton of mangoes and a catfish. And then we'll go refill our water bottles. And we'll bring both water bottles with us. Just to be extra safe. But I think that's pretty good. Alright. Wish us luck, guys. Well, the Cluckers wished us luck at least. Oh, can I get it? Step 1, actually make it in here. Oh gosh! I've never seen the shark actually come in here. That's a little bit terrifying. Okay. It's fine. We're going in. Alright, but this is now time to put the headlamp on. Ew! Not that it's pitch black in here. There's so many bugs. But, alright, the door's locked from the other side. So we can't get to the plantation, elevator, or surface. We can go to the storage, generator, or cafeteria. Well, I guess it does get pretty dark, though, back here. Those signs kind of lit up that entry area. Alright, anything hiding with these boxes? No. Let's try to slowly make our way down this ladder. And again, you know me. I've got to look for loot everywhere. Oh boy. We know those guys. I'll go take care of him in just a second. Maybe this is actually taking me even farther down. Oh, and we've got a beefy rat. Yeah, that's right. Haha. Aw, but he still only gave me one meat. That's disappointing. Alright, I'll keep my machete out for close quarters, and then we'll use the bow if we can. Alright, so this takes us to the cafeteria. Oh, let me get up somewhere. There we go. Not that I can't take him out with a machete. Obviously, we've done it before. Actually, I don't know if we've taken one of these guys out with a machete. But it's obviously going to be safer with a bow. Any more? Yup. Oh man, the little guys go down easy. But man, that is a big, nasty lurker. Alright, I think I saw a note back there, but let's just make sure that there's nothing else important. Alright, let's check it out.
Captain Tully ordered us to push the engines to their limits. We're trying to outrun a fleet of rafts or something. It's going to overheat the reactor. I sent a message up the tower. Tully doesn't care. I hope you're faring better, Hannah. Much better.
Well, our raft caught up at least. There was something else about a fleet of rafts. And my lore is failing me a bit at the moment as to when that was, but oh, we got another friend. Ooh, a generator part, okay. I'll take any of that scrap I can get. Plastic we're actually doing a lot better on now. There was a time when that was what we needed most. Right, that looks like another generator part that I can't reach. Can we go around? Yes. Haha! Some close quarters archery for you guys. Can I please pick him up though? All of the ragdolling sometimes, like it looks cool and some of them's kind of funny, but it does make it difficult occasionally to actually pick up the meat and retrieve my arrows. Alright, okay, so that's where we came from. That's locked. that can open. So what's this way, though? Alright, and then this is, yeah, we passed this door to get to the cafeteria there. Alright. So this lowest level, this should be the last area. And we still had a different way we could have gone up top. Oh, no, it's stuck. Alright, that's 3 generator parts, I believe. Now let's head to these generators that it said are up here. Oh my. We're just gonna get a whole bunch of cooked food. Mostly potatoes. Alright, there we go. They are on. And now it is puzzle time. I think just to save the battery, I'm going to take my headlamp off since that's lit up. But basically how this works is that the crates here that have lines on them like this, they are hollow in a path that matches the stripe. And we need to get over there. But also, just for those wondering, there happens to be a secret right here that we also want to get to. So we need to make ourselves a path over to there and also down to here. Those don't have to be at the same time, but we're going to see if we can get them both done at the same time. So I know that is going to be good there. And we're just gonna have to shuffle a lot of stuff around for a little while. Alright, we're really close to actually getting both options open. I can get all the way through to the next area. But I need a little bit of work to be able to get down to the loot room. Ah, well, that does the loot room, so let's do that real quick. Alrighty. So we can go down in here, turn to the right, and there's a crate, and then a bunch of titanium ore. And another machete. That is some good stuff. Now let's go revert those couple of quick changes, and we should be able to make it straight on through to the next area. So, if I remember right, we just take this crate straight down, take that crate straight down, and I think we should be good. Let's go ahead and get our headlamp back on now. And this time we go left, and here we are. Ooh, with a new blueprint. This time we've learned water pipes, and here's another note.
The engines are done. People upstairs are already upset about the extreme rationing. Now we're at the mercy of the waves. And those rafts on the horizon are coming closer by the hour. I'm sealing up the reactor now. I don't care what Captain Tully says. I really could have used you here, Hannah.
Okay. And so the rafters are coming for this place. I mean, I certainly did, so I guess that's no big shock. Alright, so we can't open that, but this says surface access. Okay, so that opened up here. Oh, we gotta run! This would be actually so terrifying in real life, and I don't remember where we go. Storage area. Right, here's the cafeteria. I think we're going back up. Oh my gosh, the rats are floating. Okay, I think that we head back up those stairs now. That's at least what we're gonna do. And we need to explore the other path anyway, so... it kind of works out. So that's locked. I think we may have gone the wrong way. Oh, nope, I know where we were supposed to go. Although, wait, no, this is where we went a different way. Well, let's explore up here again real quick. Is this where we took a fork? Or is this just our raft? Nope, that's just our raft. Okay. Well, I think I know where we want to go. I didn't pay attention to it very much whenever we were first down there. However, down in the engine room, there was a broken ladder. We should now be able to access. As we are trying to get to the plantation. So, there we go. This is forward progress now. Excellent. Alright, let's grab all this stuff before we proceed through any doorways.
They're screaming upstairs. After the captain opened fire on the rafters, a damn riot broke out. Some supported Tully's orders, others really did not. A smaller raft made its way into the water entrance. But there was only a kid on board. His parents were sick, I think. Poor boy isn't saying much. Tangaroa's a lost cause. We're getting out of here.
I wonder if that was the kid from the caravan town. Alright, well I think we just opened a shortcut now to get back here easier. But now we continue onward to the plantation. But that does not look like fun electricity. So we have to time this well. Oh, we do need an axe. Alright, let's see. The raft should be just right out here. So let's go grab it. And we can dump a load of some of these materials as well. Because again, I think that door right here should have been a little shortcut that we opened. And then just here to the left? No. Ah, we still have to go up this ladder. Okay. Well, regardless, one of the locked doors is now open for us, which is still a shortcut, but... Let's go swap out some stuff. And, like, we don't need 2 machetes. We can drop off that... Oh, goodness. Shark. Alright, so... Let's see. We can drop off the extra machete. Oh, blueprint. Let's research that. We can learn the water pipe. And then we do have a few planks. We have a little bit of plastic. We've got some goo, which is over here somewhere. We'll smelt that up in a bit. And did I miss glass? No, there's the glass. Get our scrap put away. And then that leaves us down to food. Cook up some rat meat. Put the rest of that there. Cooked food and some coconuts. Excellent. Alright. Don't eat me, shark. Alright. Onward. And downward. And then hopefully back upward. But, oh, I didn't even grab the axe. That was the whole point of this. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? That axe is almost broken. We're just gonna make a brand new, fresh axe for this adventure. Because why not? I just need a bolt. That would be in here. Bolt. Get some rope. And use a little bit of our precious scrap. There we go. Now we have what we need. Let's try this again. Oh my gosh. Bad shark. Ha! Missed. Alright. I shouldn't antagonize him. Alright, well, our headlamp is out, but I think that the rooms that we have left should be kind of lit by that electricity, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Let's see if I can make my way back to that door now. Well, it's definitely not that way. I think it's this one. Yep. Alright, so back at the plantation. Oh, very, very zappy plantation. Let's try this again. And we're getting the bananas. Gotta make sure we get all these, because I'm pretty sure this is the only place we can get them. I guess those plants are not something we can get. Alright, what else do we have here? Alright, there's some stuff on some of these boxes. We got tape. Alright. So far, the parkour is going better than it did in Grounded the other day. Ooh, I see a plant we can collect. Another new one here. There's our strawberries. Alright, 3 tape. Wait, did I not pick up 3 tape? Well, here's the 3rd tape.
No, 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 no! The entire ecosystem is ruined. I've warned Captain Julie about this for weeks now. My contract doesn't allow me to tell anyone else, and it's eating me up inside. The banana plants won't bear nearly enough fruit, not to mention the infestations. We'll be starving by the end of the year, if not sooner.
That does seem problematic. There have definitely been infestations. Although, you know, they could just do what I've been doing and do a lot of fishing. I don't see a way I'm jumping through here, so I think we've got to just time a water run. Which is not too bad, honestly. Alright. More banana plant collecting. Anything else back here? Doesn't really look like it. We can normally kind of see the glow of items we can pick up. You can, like, see it on the strawberries right there. Let's get a little straight jump. See, that looks like that takes tape. But we're out of tape. So, onward we go, I guess. Well, this says surface access, so...
Things have gone quiet. Security team still going patrols in their ridiculous golf carts, trying to keep some semblance of order. I heard the rafters let loose some type of rat. Oh, and they strapped tasers on all the butler bots. It's like some kind of dumb guerrilla war upstairs. We're fixing up a boat, but there's no engine. The Raft kid thinks we could take one of the golf cart engines. It's not a bad idea. Captain Tully and the investors are still up in the tower. I say leave them there to rot.
Alright, and we have made it out to the city. And sure enough, the butler bots do have tasers. Now, we do have to be careful, because while we can knock these guys out, they do not stay down forever. But we do get key cards from them. So that will be something oh yeah, like here's the golf carts they're talking about. That will be something that we can use as kind of a little resource inside here. This is quite the impressive city that they set up as a little floating area, and I can definitely understand why engines would have a hard time keeping this propelled ahead of smaller rafts, because this is a lot of mass to push around. We can also open up these side exits and get nice little emergency slides, and this one actually just perfectly works out as a little exit to our raft. Oh, and of course the shark is come back. He's just munching away on things. just ridiculous. So I think let's go ahead and drop some of these seeds off in our garden. I guess technically the banana is a tree, but the strawberries would belong here. So that works. And then we can bring the fruits on in here. And we need to get some more planks on our grill. Alrighty. Let's do another little inventory dump in here. Let's see. We've got some planks and then seeds. Where did I keep seeds? Tree seeds. Okay. That's where the banana seeds can go, since they require the large crop plot. Alright. So, we do have a little chunk of time left here. Let's see. I don't think it's going to be enough time to tackle the rest of Tangaroa, but at least we have the upper city unlocked and ready for us. I think what we might try to do is, I am just bound and determined to try to get some more of this, engine stuff done. So, let's see if we can at least get, like, one fuel tank in here. So I've got that, a couple of bolts, and plastic. So I can make that. Boy, it got dark. Okay, let's sleep first. Ooh, and I think I'll grab the shears as well, so we can keep trying to harvest from our llama. And that way, maybe we can bring a backpack in whenever we explore the main part of the city. So I'll go hit that up real quick, and then we'll worry about this. So let's just do a quick little harvest, and... oh, right, it's raining, and it rains through the ceiling here, because that's how the physics here work. Perfect. Okay. So, next up is this thing. I think since we're gonna want to have some of the battery chargers, I don't mind maybe this facing forward. So let's just go ahead and do that. So that's what those big old tanks are gonna look like. And maybe we'll do just kind of a quick little run in the city and see if we can find any scrap or something. Because if we could find just a bit more to make some more fuel pipes, that would be quite nice. But yeah, we also have the water pipes now, which will be really neat. I have a feeling we're going to learn some more recipes that involve water stuff while we're here in Tangaroa that we can connect those up with. And we'll be able to do some fun water things here on our raft shortly. Yeah, let's see if there's some scrap laying around that we can pilfer. Otherwise, we can just use this time to grab some cards out of the... Uh-oh, I missed. Out of the butler box. But yeah, you can see that is just a taser duct taped onto his arm. That's quite funny. Let's make sure I grab the arrow that I shot down here somewhere. There it is. Does a good job of hiding. And, you know, I don't know that there's gonna be that much on ground level, so I think we are gonna have to go in one building, but this will be a nice little teaser for next time. So let's open up one of these buildings, and we get to hop in the elevator. Take a nice little ride. There we go. We do have to be careful. These buildings are not immune to rat infestations. But like in Caravan Town, a lot of these drawers and cabinets can be opened. Not everything will have something we can take, but always worth checking. Wait, is that a note? No, it's not. Just a little coffee stain. All right. All right. Not much in that bedroom. Oh, except we can sneak out here. And like a lot of these places, there are these little sneaky ledges and things you can explore. So this is actually taking us, it looks like, all the way to the roof, maybe? Oh, if I don't fall. I'm trying to rush it too much. Okay, I can't go in. Yeah, so it's just taking us up to the roof. And what do you know, there's some scrap. Just like I wanted. Crate full of stuff. That is just perfect. Alright, so that's about all here, but boy, are we high up. And look at our raft out there. It's looking so good. Alright, so there may be more areas we can get to from here. I am not terribly sure if there's some crazy little ledge walk we can do, and maybe even jump on over to that roof, but there is a zip line heading over there, so there should be a better way to do it anyway. For now, let's just hop on down, go back inside, because there definitely was more to some of these apartments in here. Oh yeah, we looked at that, but we did not come in here. Always gotta, you know, check the bathtub, or, you know, take a little bath. Yeah, nothing in there. I don't really see anything in this place either. These places can be very hit or miss, so, and it's also possible that I'm totally overlooking something, and you guys are yelling and groaning with pain as I overlook the obvious, and I do apologize, because I totally know that feeling. But it's a lot of pressure whenever you're trying to, you know, be the performer. Oh, okay, we can get the tape now, so maybe we'll go back and repair that later. Okay, I don't see anything else in there, but we can whack that tape off. I'm always scared if, you know, they've, like, taped something in here. Ooh, safe. Yeah, like, that would have been easy to overlook there. Don't want to miss that titanium ore. Alright, well that looks to be about all that is in this little apartment. And then next time, we're going to go through a whole bunch of these apartments. And a lot more of them have multiple floors that you can look at. This one only has one other floor that you are able to go to. That is just fine for now. We've at least got 14 scrap. So we can make a few more fuel pipes with that. And let's see how much we can get hooked up back here on the raft. So I'm excited to get this new engine room all set up, if you can't tell. I think this will be quite nice. No, I'm not trying to connect it with scrap. There we go. So, I mean, the idea of it is going to be something like that. So at the very least, this tank is now connected to those two engines. And I think that maybe we at least just connect it to that one. And we can connect that one as well. So at least each set of 3 engines is connected, and one of them is hooked up to our biofuel tank. So hopefully next time we'll be able to get the extra scrap needed, that we can even build an additional tank on this side. I want to even hook the 2 tanks together and hook both sides together. Then when we actually fill one of these tanks with biofuel, all of the engines will get fueled up, and it's just going to make fueling up. So like if I grab some of this biofuel and I put it in here, you'll see eventually all of these engines will get just a little bit more full after some time. There we go. So that just jumped up a pretty good amount, and all of the 3 of these engines now should be at that same level. Now the tank emptied because it did disperse that to each of the engines, but that also means we can like come in and fill up a lot more at once. If we've produced a whole batch of biofuel and we've got a bunch of tanks, we won't have to actively fill engines very often. Because we've got all the engine tanks plus a bunch of extra tanks. So that is going to be really nice. And I am very excited to keep on exploring this crazy city of Tangaroa with you all next time. If you guys did enjoy the episode today, as always, please be sure to leave a like on the video. It helps me out a lot and helps the videos to be discovered. Definitely, if you guys are not already, please make sure that you are subscribed. It'll help make sure that you all get notified when the next video drops. And, well, until then, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. And I will see you all very soon with some more Raft content, and we will finish up exploring this crazy floating city. I will see you guys next time.